can be, but you can still be cool, but you gonna have some moments. And just let you know.
CJ, what were you expecting when you got to Memphis after the trade?
I
I mean, because there was a lot going on in the few months before that.
Yeah, I didn't know, honestly. But all I can speak on is that it's been great since I got here. The guys that came in with me on the trade, DeLon and JB, and Aaron and TD, Dorsey, Tyler, everybody's been great and been trying to do the right thing. That's the biggest thing. That's what helped us so much, was everybody was so in tune with trying to win and trying to do the right things to help each other out.
Because JB mentioned that, you guys gelled together fairly quickly, but it was because you all came in with that mindset.
Yeah, I think the guys coming in wanted to prove that they could play basketball, and they gave us an opportunity to do that, and everybody tried to take advantage of it. And I think the biggest thing though is being in a position where you can play basketball freely in the right way always makes guys comfortable fast, and I think it allowed guys to just try to just hoop, and that's why the camaraderie came together so fast.
How would you describe that locker room when you first got in, and just compared to what you thought it would be like or what you had heard?
I hadn't heard anything about the locker. That's the one thing that's kind of crazy, because you always hear stuff. I hadn't heard anything about the locker room, but the guys, when we came in those first couple of days, it was quick. Like, everybody kind of like gelled, started talking, started trying to figure things out. Some of us knew each other. Like, I knew Joakim, I knew Chandler. I had seen Mike in passing and things like. Guys have been around, so you kind of have mutual respect. But it was quick, and having DeLon and JB with me, and we spoke the same with them. Having me and JB with DeLon, or however you want to put it, definitely helped us.
What do you think DeLon's ceiling is?
It's tough, man. I think he's got so much talent. He can do a little bit of everything on the floor. And now with the way you play basketball, obviously he plays the point guard spot, but he can play off the ball. He's shown that. He's shown he can guard too. So if you play him with another ball handling day, he's gonna be fine there. Shoot the way we play now, he can guard threes. Like, the threes are basically twos, and the fours are threes. It just went down that way. So he's one of those guys that I think you can't go wrong with having him on the floor.
For you, CJ, what's your process of your option and what you're going to do in terms of next year?
I look forward to being here.
Do you plan on taking your option?
Yeah, I think that what we've done since the break and what we're trying to do, and speaking with our staff as far as like continuing to try to do with the future, and guys, learning their spots more and finding positions. I think this is a great spot to be in. It's been like home so fast, like with the city, with the coaching staff, everybody taking us in so quickly, and the group of guys has been great. And I think it's been everything you can ask for in a situation.
How would you say the guys who are still developing now that they've gotten a chance to play, you've been able to develop this chemistry, but does that change when guys start coming back and they're not injured anymore?
I think it's definitely a dynamic you have to deal with as a team, but I think as far as the type of guys we have, and I think guys understand it's a competition when you come in the beginning of the year for camp and things like that. It is, but at the same time, we fight for the same goal. And at some point or another, if this guy's not playing that much at the beginning of the season, we're going to need him in February. Or the guy that's not playing in February might have been a big part of helping us get to the point that we are at that time. And I think when the playoffs comes, you never know what can happen. I think everybody's just got to understand the roles and what we can do together if the mindset is to be a unit.
How difficult was that for you? It seemed like you just got started good, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're like.
It wasn't fun, for lack of better words. But I mean, it was tough because I'd never been traded before, so it was a whirlwind. Like, I'd never been in a situation. Everything was kind of, just crazy. And basketball was the one thing that kind of helped settle that, because you're going to get out there and get the chance to play, and being able to go out there and compete and really try to, help with the growth that we're aiming towards was big for me to be able to do that and finish the year off strong, coming from where I came from in Toronto, not really playing that much and spot on and off, things like that. So it hurt. That's it did.
It hurt and it hurt.
Yeah.
So how do you feel now as far as that's concerned?
I feel great. I mean, I'm not in the booth anymore, as everybody see. I walked in here, no pain or anything like that. So I'm just now transitioning towards training for the summer, the off season, just brick by brick. You know, taking the things we talked about working on here with the coaching staff and building.
How would you sum up your season so far?
For me personally, it was
Yeah.
up and down. Like it was crazy, just from up and down in the start in Toronto, and then the trade, and then get here and going up again, starting to play well. Guys putting together some wins, and then down again when I hurt my foot.
Right.
So I mean, it was one of the craziest years of all 14 that I've had.
Right. Did you feel like it was chemistry between you and the other teammates on the court whenever you got traded?
We definitely built a good rapport with each other really quickly. I think guys really just settled into, we're trying to win games and we want to do it the right way. And I think everybody root for each other. You can see on the sideline how crazy our bench goes for every guy. It doesn't matter if it's Mike, it doesn't matter if it's Ivan, it doesn't matter if it's Yuta, whoever it is that gets a chance to play. Everybody's up off their seat and jumping around, and that's the type of love that you want to build around with a group of guys, because it's science. Like, you play better with guys that you like. It's just the thing. Like, I hate to say it, but it's true.
I'm sure you've already been asked this, but you got the player option this summer. What are you looking for in free agency, or if you decide to go in free agency?
I mean, right now, the plan is to continue building here. I mean, the situation has been great as a unit for me personally. The coaching staff, the training staff, everybody's been great. It's everything you would ask for in a situation. Going the right direction, trying to do the right things, trying to build, and obviously somebody got to want you there. So the plan is to keep doing what we can do to try to get better.
Do you expect that role that you've been in this season as a veteran backup, as a veteran guy on the team, do you expect that role to kind of continue to be the same for the next season?
I mean, I would hope so. You know, I would hope to, with a full year, heading into a full year, having some time with the coaching staff this summer, and then having a full camp and being ready to actually play and know what I'm going into. I definitely think I can help a lot with that role from just the knowledge I've attained over years of playing and the games I've played in, and then being able to just help. That's the biggest thing. A lot of guys don't realize how much more it means when a veteran guy that can still play is talking to the young guys. It's not the same when you have a guy who's older and he's respected, but he's just kind of pointing and telling you have a guy that's in here every day, working in practice, working in shootouts, and playing in games, trying to show you things in ways.
What would you say, or how would you say this Memphis is as a destination spot for free agents? It's always been said, well, small market, can't attract people, no beach, no big city with all that. But organization-wise, it's just quality of life, as it's been, as you've seen it here now that you put on.
Yeah, I mean, I can't speak for other guys like throughout the league and things like that. I just know anytime I've been in a situation, free agent, like the extracurricular stuff never weighed into what I was going into, because I wasn't going there for that. I was going there because I'm going to be with the people in this building 90% of the time I'm here. I was going there for the relationship I had with them, how I felt about them, how I felt about the team, how I felt about what we were doing as a basketball unit, like how we could be a good team, where could we grow to, with a coaching staff, the type of coaching staff that suits me as a player. And then the city stuff would come after. If you got to a point where you were neck and neck with something, then I guess you start to weigh that. But for me, it's always been about the basketball, and that's what is here. The tradition, the way they go about things, the way they want to go about things, the identity of the organization and the city. That just helps. They go together. They go hand in hand, and it's been great for me since I got here.
What surprised you the most about Memphis? The city itself. Once you got here.
I wouldn't say anything like really surprised me. I think just me being a Southern guy, being from Texas, coming back here, it just felt like home. Like I had the most South I've been since I've been in the league, and obviously I was in Canada before I came here, so it just felt like coming back home, like walking down the street and everybody speaking, like, seeing, you know what I mean? Like just that Southern hospitality is nothing like it.
Chris Wallace confirmed that JB will come back next year. In your short time with the team, and you said whenever you get traded, you come to, or whenever you go to a new place, you go for that basketball. In your short time, like how is that basketball unit and JB? How's that been, and what can you expect next season with them?
It's been great. I think one of the biggest things that we liked about the coaching staff when we first came was how many former players are on this coaching staff. Because now you're looking in the eyes of a guy who's been in the situation that you're talking to him about. And it makes it easier to talk to him about it and to receive instruction, because you know he's not just pulling something out of his back pocket. Like, he's been in the playoffs, he's scored this many points in the league, or he's done this or he's done that. And I think that makes such a big impact on the culture here, especially for the younger guys. And JB he's been understanding. He's a player's coach. He understands, the type of things, the type of days we can have as far as like when to practice, how hard to practice, what we're trying to put in, and how we need to go about doing that at a fast pace, because we had such a new turnover. So he was great.